22 years ago or so, we actually evolved as a publishing firm, a communication firm. Lolita and myself were up in Joburg. I was Maritzburg based initially. Lolita was Durban based. We had a call from a friend of mine in the UK. How do we invest in KZN? How do we go about it? We phoned the initiative down here for marketing and asked them to send us stuff. What evolved out of this whole conversation was that we met in Maritzburg, started an initiative called the KZN Top Business portfolio. We took successful operations, successful businesses, organizations in the province. We then put those into a publication and the net, and we networked those internationally as an investment destination, which today is the biggest marketing tool for the province.
We cover all spheres of marketing, promotion, and all our social media networks to put out a positive, good story in the marketplace.
Basically, we started with the Top Business portfolio and it evolved. As things evolve in the marketplace, we need to expand. One of the bigger banks came into the operation and said, do we want to start the Top Business Awards and reward people for doing the correct thing in business? Which I thought was quite phenomenal. Remember, we had debates about that.
We just didn't want to do an awards for the sake of doing an awards, because at that time when we were approached, there were a lot of companies doing awards. We had lots of debates. Should we, shouldn't we? If we do, when we went back to the large corporate, we said we'll do it on our terms.
In order to do them correctly, there was a process involved. So what we decided to do was use King's 3.
And that was awarding companies for doing the right thing. It's now from there as well evolved. We're now doing King's 4, which is out-based. It's what you've done already. It's a much better system of using.
It's what you actually deliver. It's very easy to promise the world, but to actually deliver anything, that's a totally different ball game.
It's all about good governance,
Yes.
what you've done for your employees and your staff, what you give to your community
Yes.
and charities, and so it's not just about making money. It's the best way to do, and awards. It's people have earned it.
And those are the people who survived over the 22 years. You have a look at the people who's got all those, the ethics and the good things about doing business that are still here today.
We're selling the province so the companies can benefit. KZN Top Business always started for that particular reason. Yes, we have branched out and we've done exceptionally well in various other sectors, but that was always the reason that we did the KZN Top Business. The economy will grow, and if the economy grows, it's going to create employment. It's going to eradicate poverty. So all that comes into play.
One of the nice things about KZN Top Business that I've always watched over the years is that it's just the best networking platform. And going forward, in business, it's going to be, and it is already, about collaboration and just synergizing different aspects of their businesses together.
Why the publication is successful is that it encourages people to invest in the province. That is what identifies and makes us different to the other provinces, is that we are unique animals, and per se is that we actually are inclusive in the way we do business. We've got the best publication, we've got the best video range, we've got phenomenal platforms that we use to market the province and each other. We market content, in essence, is what we do.
When Top Business started, there were so many publishing houses, and they didn't adapt to the electronic world. And Top Business was probably way ahead of anybody else at the time, not just the publishing houses, the rest of the industry as well.
When we started 21 years ago, Grant would say, put away the pen and paper. He brought laptops and he put it in front of our desks. Through his perseverance, I must say, on the electronic side, we are where we are today.
Because some companies are 7 generations, James. 7 generations. If you go through the publications that we've done in the past, people have gone by the wayside. The ones that haven't, that are with us now, have all adapted in some way or another, and they're ahead of that wave.
It's about just not going with the trends, but starting the trend and being in front of that trend.
We were top of the Googles, top of all the search facilities, but where we hadn't got yet and hadn't used properly was this very medium that we're using here, which is the YouTube video base. We were inspired almost by a meeting we had at the Economic Development, Lolita. You were in that meeting. We actually sat there and they said to us, as the top business, how can we help youngsters inspire themselves to be business people? And suddenly like it dawned on us, and we took the top business portfolio towards the end of that meeting and sort of started fanning through it and going through each individual in the publication. I counted 82% of the people, of the leaders in that publication, were self-made, successful business people. So that's how we evolved and started this, the Top Business Leaders publication. The company becomes the person. So the person is the brand.
What I like about the videos is that it just creates a human touch. It's not just business to business now. You can actually relate with that person.
So the way we've got the top business leaders and we've got the top business, the two together are phenomenally successful in marketing the brand of those companies, marketing the brand of KZN, is that everybody out there can look at KZN and say, look, these are the people. So not only did it go viral to the top businesses who we thought it would, but it went viral to everybody that we wanted to inspire. What we've done now is we've evolved and gone into the brand, KZN Brand DNA, where we're interviewing phenomenal companies, and we've got such successful companies operating here. I mean, the stories that are going to evolve from people who've gone from bankruptcy to millionaires to bankruptcy to where they are today.
It's just going to make these companies way more relatable, you know, listening to those four colleagues unpack their journey.
It's far more authentic than the brand that is being pushed forward by the advertising agency. It is really who the people themselves are.
We market and advertise, but we don't actually market and advertise. We just tell stories. It's just easy to relate to that person now, linked to that business. And it makes people want to deal with that business now because they've looked and at this person's unpacked story. You know, we tell businesses stories, we tell leaders stories. And that's what indirectly marketers and advertisers for them. Real. That'd be my word.
Real.
A couple of words, maybe inspirational is the word that comes to mind. Inspirational because it shows that there's still place for things that are authentic. It shows that there's always a different and better way to do things.
The one word for me is success. Business integrity and success.
Innovative. Because that's how we've survived, is by being innovative.
Yeah, staying ahead of the trends and actually creating the trend.
Adaptable.
And that's what we are as a province and as a country. We're innovative.